multi-dimensional arrays. Just like we have a one-dimensional array which has a single dimension, a two-dimensional array which has two dimensions, a multi-dimensional arrays can have multiple dimensions. Now when I say multi, it can be anything. It can be anything beyond one. It can be two dimensions, it can be three dimensions, it can be four dimensions, any number of dimensions depending upon the requirement of the situation. Right? So what is the exact limit? That would be decided by the compiler. So what is the general form or the syntax of a multi-dimensional array? The syntax is like this. Obviously, first of all, you have to give the data type. You give the data type first of all. Then you give the name of the array. And then you specify the dimensions of the array. Now since I am talking about multi, so multi can be anything. The first dimension, second dimension, the third dimension, and so on till the mth dimension. Now this n can be anything ranging from 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. So when I say multi, multi has no limit, it can be any number. So this is the basic syntax of a multi-dimensional array. You obviously, just like any array, you give the data type first, then you specify the array name, and then you give the number of dimensions that array will be having. So now for example, let's look at an example for the same. I have an integer data type array named as survey with three dimensions. The first dimension size is 3, the second dimension size is 5, and the third dimension size is 12. So this is the example. Okay. Now this is a three-dimensional array, you can clearly see. I'll explain with the help of a table. In the tabular form we will do the same. So int survey, then it has three dimensions. The size of the first dimension is 3, the size of the second dimension is 5, and the size of the third dimension is 12. So this is a three-dimensional array whose name is survey, right? So now how many elements are there in total? 3 into 5 into 12 gives you a total of 180 elements. So in total this array will be having 180 elements, right? Now this particular array is representing, what is it representing? It is representing the survey of rainfall, basically the survey data of rainfall, right? Now how is it representing? The survey data of rainfall in a city, right? The survey data of rainfall in a city in a particular year and a month of that year. So basically the survey data of rainfall in a particular month of a year in a particular city. So basically I am talking of three dimensions. City is one dimension, year is another dimension, and month is another dimension. So this table has basically three dimensions: the city, the year, and month. So I want to represent the data for all the dimensions in a particular city for a particular year and in a particular month. What is the amount of rainfall, right? Now in this case, the first index that is this index is representing the year. Right? So the first index represents the year, then the second index represents the city, and the third index is representing the month. So during these 5 years, I am taking a total period of 5 years. For a period of 5 years. Now the survey department wants to know that for a particular period of 5 years, which city is having a particular measurement of rainfall, to find out the particular measurement of rainfall in a particular period of 5 years, which city, in which year, and in which month of that year is having this much rainfall. So which city in which year during these 5 years, which year of these 5 years, which city and in which month of that year is having a particular amount of rainfall. So a survey data to find out the rainfall during the last 3 or the last 5 years in a particular month of that year in a particular city. So say for example, if I have 5 cities, and within those 5 cities in a period of 5 or say in a period of 3 years, which city has encountered how much rainfall in which year and in which month of that year. So for that obviously I will need 3 dimensions: year, city and month. So here comes the role of a 3-dimensional array. Now how can I represent this 3-dimensional array? Now for a particular year, say I am talking about the first year. There is a period of 3 years I have given: first year, second year, 3 years. So for the first year, in which month of that year and in which city for that month I have had this particular quantity of rainfall. So this is how you can represent a 3-dimensional array in a tabular form. Like this. So like for example, in the month 1, which city? Say city 2. In the month 2, city 1. In the month 3, like this, until the 12th month, and for the 5 different cities. And for this year, how much rainfall for this city in this month, how much rainfall for this city in this month, like that. So there are basically 3 dimensions. For this obviously I need a 3-dimensional array which will take care of all the 3 dimensions, that is the year, then the city, then the month. So this thing in tabular form can be represented like this. And for the same, we need to have a 3-dimensional array for the representation of the same, wherein the first dimension is representing the year, which year first. Okay, so in total we have 3 years. The second dimension is representing the city. In total we have 5 cities, and the third dimension is representing the month. In total we have 12 months. For such kind of situations you can use a 3-dimensional array. And similarly, depending upon the dimension upon the situation, you may have a 4-dimensional or a 5-dimensional or a 2-dimensional or a 3-dimensional array. Say for example, if you have to represent a 4-dimensional table, a table which is having 4 dimensions. So we take an example here. You can write like this. You can declare a 4-dimensional array like this: float table 5, 4, 5 and 3. So it is having 4 dimensions, right? So this is the size of the first dimension, this is the size of the second dimension, this is the size of the third dimension, this is the size of the fourth dimension, this is the name of the array, and this is the data type of the array. So this is how you declare the 4-dimensional arrays or 3-dimensional arrays, which we call multi-dimensional arrays depending upon the requirement.